Hello, magnificent human. My name is Marie Elise. I'm here to tell you about me and why I created this YouTube channel and why I'm putting myself out there and doing something that I never thought I would be doing. So, I am by nature an introvert. I don't particularly like being seen, but I'm here now because I have something to say and I intend to say it no matter what. So, for many years, I suffered with intense depression, some days finding it very difficult to get out of bed in the morning. The reason for that is because this world doesn't feel safe to me. There's a level of insanity in this world that hurts me so deeply when I look around and I see it. There are many days where I just would prefer to just escape and get out of here. And it took a long time for me to start to unravel the old belief systems and start to realize that I actually chose to come here to Earth and that I am here for a purpose, that I am here for a reason, and that I have something to offer the world. And it's time to do it. In 2019, I became absolutely obsessed with collapse. I started researching initially climate change. Now, whatever you believe about climate change, don't worry. You have space here. I'm really open to exploring every different facet of reality and what are lies and what are truth. There's some things that we can absolutely know, and there's other things that we may never know the actual truth of it. But what I do know that is here in this 3D reality, that things come and things go, right? Everything that has a beginning has an ending. And so I do believe we are in this period of deep collapse. It is inevitable. We, as humanity, as a collective, are in this process of breaking down all the old systems. And you can see it everywhere you look with the bleaching of coral reefs. You can see it with the melting of the ice caps. You can see it with burning of the forests, issues with oil. You can see it with our money system and how our whole money system is just this big Ponzi scheme, and those always collapse. Everything always has to collapse. It's a beautiful thing, even though it doesn't feel like a beautiful thing, because with every collapse, with every ending, there is a new beginning. And that doesn't mean that we're not sad. It doesn't mean we don't grieve. But when we do grieve, we actually make space for the next thing. When I became obsessed with collapse, I started looking at it as not just collapse of our ecosystems, but our financial systems and just our way of life, but potentially the collapse of all life on Earth. That is a real possibility that we could do that to ourselves. And consequently, going into that and following that thread didn't help my state of depression at all, as you can imagine. But I went deeper than that. I went deeper. And what I remembered is that consciousness is forever, forever. And so even if we are at the point of offing ourselves, if we're there, what did Arnold Schwarzenegger say in Terminator 2 when the kid says, "We're not going to make it, are we?" And the Terminator says, "It is in your nature to destroy yourselves," right? It's funny how we get these little snippets of truth with these movies, right? It is in your nature to destroy yourself. And to me, it's basically what it's saying is that anything that is untrue, anything that we create, we has a beginning, it must have an ending. So we automatically break down all that is not true. We automatically do that because we are these incredible, infinite, creative beings, and consciousness goes on. And so, what are you creating? That is always the question. What are we creating? What are we deciding? What are we choosing? And we can choose to have a mindset of negativity and everything's horrible and everything's going south, or we can choose to have a mindset of life is beautiful and I can create something wonderful and I'm here for a reason. And we actually literally have that much power. And so I'm in this process of unraveling all my old belief systems. So that is a long way of saying that as I'm in this process of unraveling these belief systems, I have been offering up a deep prayer to God and the universe to show me why I'm here, to show me my purpose. And boy, did I get an answer. And it came in the form of a book called The Realm of Unity. It literally dropped into my head and demanded to be written. For 3 weeks, I was absolutely obsessed. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote, and I literally could not type fast enough because the words were coming so quickly. I had to download a dictation program onto my phone. I commute 3 hours a day to my work. I would turn on my dictate program and I would just talk the whole time I was driving. And then I would go back and, of course, edit it all later. And in 3 months' time, I produced a novel called The Realm of Unity. It really was a gift from the universe. There is no way I could have written this just from my mind and from my will alone. The book itself is a portal into another world. It is extremely easy to read, and you can read it like a sweet little fantasy novel. It addresses pretty much all the darkness in the world on some level, but it is 95% love and light, and it is a vision of a more beautiful world. What we could create if we chose is um, an immersive experience into a different reality. And it is presenting the opportunity to humanity. What could we create together if we chose love? The Realm of Unity is now available on Amazon, and you can even get the ebook for now for only 99 cents. It might go up later. I haven't decided yet. I want this to be read, obviously, by as many people as possible because I am on a mission to bring that new world into this reality. And in order to do that, it is my role to spread the word that we are in charge. We get to decide how we want to perceive the world. We get to decide what we want to create. We get to decide how we want to treat each other. We get to decide how we want to build this world. For many of us, we believe that there is just kind of one way of looking at the world, and you can't think any bigger than that. You're not allowed to think any bigger than that, that is the only way. And a big part of my mission is to help us expand that way of thinking. We truly live in a field of infinite possibility. We are truly these incredible creators. That's how creative and how powerful we are, that we have created a world of so much limitation and so much lack. And it's funny because we wanted this. We must have decided at some level that we wanted this experience. It's like, why do you go to see a horror movie? On some level, you want to be scared, right? Why do you go see drama movies? Because on some level, you just kind of love the drama. Or why do people like to play video games where they're challenged and they almost die over and over and over again? Well, we are living in this massive video game that we get to create, that we get to design, and we get to scare ourselves. We get to experience all the drama and trauma, but none of it is real. It is all a part of an illusion that we have created. It's like the movie Matrix. That Matrix is actually a documentary. It is showing us how we have created such limitation for ourselves. So, what would happen if you knew that you were an infinite creator? What would you create? What would you build? What kind of world would you want? I am busy unraveling all the old beliefs. It's funny because in that word belief, the word lie is right there in the middle of the word. It even tells you that it is a lie. A belief is just a thought in your head. It is not true. So, where do you go to find the ultimate truth about everything? Where do you go? Right? We're taught to go to our doctors, our parents, our teachers, our religious leaders. We're taught to look everywhere out there as if somebody else knows more about you than you. Where did we get this idea? From the time that we were young, we were told that we are ineffective, that we don't know, that we must look outside ourselves, that somebody else is going to be looking out for us. Somebody else has your answer for you. But the truth is, nobody has the answer for you. The only one who has the answer for you is you. I am here to help us remember and access our own truth, our own intuitive wisdom. And as we access that intuitive wisdom, as we access that truth that is buried deep inside, we start to unravel and uncover our purpose in life, why we are here, and what we are meant to be doing. It's usually something big. It's usually something really scary. And it is always something that will ignite our joy and bring in abundance in our life. This is my calling, and this is what I want for you and for everyone to unravel and all the lies that we have been telling ourselves for eons and eons so that we can truly and finally access the truth. What is that, you ask? Don't look at me. Only you know. You actually know what's right for you. You know what is true. The minute you stop doubting, so many old programs start to break down, and suddenly there is space for something new, space for something beautiful, space for new ideas and new creation. And we can start to build something consciously, something that benefits not just you, but everybody around you. It's for the benefit of all. So here we are doing something unbelievable, unprecedented. Did you know that the word apocalypse means revelation or unveiling? When we are seeing things collapse all around us, it is actually a revelation of what is true, because the truth can never die. Only forms can go away, but the truth can never die. And so when we really get this in our bones, that we are unlimited beings, then the truth starts to deepen and we start to open and we start to become more luminous and more loving and more kind and more beautiful. I hope this was helpful, and I send you so much love.